Before any more evidence will drop about Princewill and his ex-wife, I'm not making this video because of anything or so. You people will hear the truth of how Princewill wanted to paint me black to the public. But before any more evidences will drop, you people should hold Princewill and his sister responsible if anything happens to his ex-wife. Watch the video. I might not be playing all the videos. I'll be tagging her handle. You can go to her page to watch the full videos. So you follow up with the story. But just watch and see the guy that said that is the darkest secret he has. He will be shocked. But let's just watch.
Situation surrounding my marriage to comedian Princewill, and the video where he was beating, physically assaulting my cousin. So I just want the world to know. It's high time I say something. It's high time I speak. I've been silent for so long, and I've been silent because of all the troubles I've had to go through, all the violence, all the fear, the anxiety, and the pain. And then I just want peace. But then it's actually looking like I'm beginning to look like an enabler. And it'd be unfair for me to continue to keep quiet. The injustice that was done, perpetrated by Princewill on my cousin and even on me. Another thing is the threats. If anything happens to me and my family, I want the world to know that comedian Princewill and his family should be held responsible. Because with the recent happenings, I still tried as much as possible to conceal and not divulge information because I just want peace. And then, like I said, the fear and the pain I've been going through, and I've had to deal with. So that was why I didn't divulge any information. But still, I was getting threats from Princewill's sister. So I just want the world to know if anything happens to me and my family, the world should hold Princewill and his family responsible, because I do not know what else they want from me. I don't know what else they want from me. I've tried as much as possible to be silent, and it's looking as if my silence I'm beginning to look stupid and allow all the lies and false narratives that they have been selling, continue to be peddled against me and my family. And then be said, the narrative that they've been pushing, or people, I don't know who, and I don't know to what end, that I cheated on my husband and that was why my marriage got broken. That's a lie from a pit of hell. God knows, heaven knows, that I never cheated on my ex-husband. I never cheated on comedian Princewill. As a matter of fact, he was the one that was constantly and chronically cheating on me. And there are evidences to back this up. Okay, so if the cheating was true, if it was true that I cheated on my husband, it would have been on a divorce paper, because he filed for a divorce this year in January after my father returned the bride price in December 2025. So this year, January 2026, Princewill filed for the divorce after my father returned bride price last year in December. Because of the domestic violence, because of the beating that I had to endure from my ex-husband. Even the case was reported to the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, where we both had a separation in April, May. I was breastfeeding at the time. I had my baby, my second son, that's the second CS, in 2024, September. And in December, from November, December, our marriage started to have a series of issues as a result of his constant cheating and unfaithfulness. And then it resulted into physical violence, physical assault on me in March 2025. I even suffered some bruises. I reported the case. Some neighbors gathered and even intervened, and some neighbors even went to report him to the police. And then I went to report to the domestic and Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency last year. So that was where we had our separation. My ex-husband, comedian Princewill, has actually assaulted me before in 2022. I did not create a scene. I did not report to anybody. My family did not create a scene or report to anybody. As a matter of fact, he apologized and I came back home. My family forgave. I forgave. Nobody heard of it until the second one again last year in March. And I was breastfeeding at the time. And the doctor had told him, after I had my second baby, the second CS, that my liver was enlarged and my uterus is now compressed as a result of that second CS. And I need proper care. Despite all of this, he still had the mind and the effrontery to still lay hands on me. So like I was saying, my sister came to, we had a separation in April, May, after the separation at Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, where we had a separation, and then he was asked not to come to the house again to cause trouble, and he continued taking care of the feeding and upkeep of I and the children. My sister came to stay with me in June. Princewill was not there. We separated in April, May. He was not in the house. In fact, he left the house in March. The separation happened at Lagos State Domestic Agency in April, May. And my sister came to stay with me, which is my cousin that all of you saw in the video. My cousins came to stay with me in June to help me because of my health condition and to help me with my kids. I have 2 boys. And I was breastfeeding. I was breastfeeding and having to go through all of this emotional stress, pain and anxiety and suffering. Even in January last year, the car that my ex-husband, comedian Princewill, claimed that he got for me, that was all over social media, he seized it in January last year. But at that time, he was still in the house, but was causing me too much trouble. I was working like we were living like strangers in the house, constant pain, constant crying. In fact, it was as if I was walking on eggshells in the house. He seized that car, and I'll be carrying the 2 kids to be jumping buses and bike with my health condition while he was driving the 2 cars. So fast forward, when we had a separation,